Tales from Toya here, back again. What's up, you guys? I spoke upon my last video saying I was gonna elaborate on my specs, my new specs. Um, Dealing with diabetes, I have lost a leg, a toe, and my sight. So I come to do this video to and just inform y'all on my journey. I lost my leg in July of 2019. Shortly after that, I started to lose my sight. And what I mean by losing my sight, I've always wore glasses. I used to love contacts because I used to hate the nerdy look. And all of a sudden, stuff started to get blurry, and it was more blurrier than when I had my glasses on or off or whatever you want to say. So I started to get worried, and I started to go to the doctor to find out, just a regular exam, because my sight was just not working even with the glasses on. So went to the doctor. I was informed that my sight was leaving due to diabetes. What most people don't know is diabetes affect everything. I didn't know. So me thinking, you just got to eat right, you take your little medicine and everything be okay. That's not true. Once it's so far gone, you start to lose a lot of you start to get a lot of nerve damage, and you start to have issues. One of the main issues is bleeding in the back of the eye. I was bleeding in the back of the eye, God knows how long, and my sight just started to deteriorate. And I mean instantly, in the sense that it was no catching up. I went to two or three specialists, and all of them was just like, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. And it was heartbreaking. To not be able to see was a big deal for me. At this time, my son was about 5. And the only thing I could think of is I'm not going to be able to see him graduate. I'm not going to be able to see his first child. I'm not going to be able to see him get married. I'm not going to be able to see my child grow. And that was something heavy on my heart, and really took me a lot to deal with. But I went to doctors. Like I said, I had a total of 3 specialists, but one of them, well, a couple of them, but all of them, should I say, did different steps. I had laser, not LASIK, laser. They did something in the back of the eye to try to stop the bleeding. I had injections where literally they shoot liquid into your eye. Yeah. Several doctors. I mean, I was at one point going to the doctor almost every week from 2019. As you know, we in 2023, right? My sight got worse. April Fool's Day, April 2020, I had my first eye surgery. It was on the left, because I could not see, if I looked at you in the face or looked at your body, should I say, I'm going to use that as an example. I could only see this much of your head, and I would see maybe your stomach and legs. I could not see your face. I could not see your breasts, your stomach. That was it. It was a big hole. I don't know the correct terms, but it was a hole in my eye. So I could not see nothing above your forehead and nothing below your stomach. I mean, nothing and below your stomach. That it was a blob. That was in the left. The right was just blurry, distorted. I would be looking at, for example, if I'm riding in a car, traffic looked like it's coming to me from the other lane. It was bad. So once he did, one of my specialists did the surgery in the left eye, I was not down, but without sight in that eye for a few weeks or so. And then it gradually started to come back, I went in for a follow-up on the right eye, left eye, sorry. And everything was fine in the right eye. But a week before I went, I started to get really, really blurry in the right. And I'm like, what's going on now? Like, the left looking a little better. Okay, what's going on? When I got there, the doctor looked in my eye and he was like, oh, you know. And he called his assistant over and da-da-da. And he said, oh, your retina detached. And if you know, retina is something in the back of the eye. So the reason why my sight got so blurry and stuff is because my retina had completely detached. So he said, oh, we're going to have to do surgery. Mind you, this had to be like maybe the last week of April, if not the first week of May. So, so to be honest with you, this is like my anniversaries, to be honest, because this happened in April 1st, 2020, and we just passed April 2023. So 2 years I've been battling with this, really. But anyway, so I said, okay, you know, nothing I can do. It's blurry. I need to see. Mind you, I'm still raising my son by myself. My mom is helping me out. My family members, my auntie and stuff is helping me. But I'm still cooking, cleaning, and taking care of my son as best I can with no sight. Mind you, which is for another video, I lost my leg in July of 2019. So I'm crippled and losing sight. But guess what? Still raising my son. So anyway, I'm thinking he's, you know, kind of set it for 2 or 3 weeks out. This, that, and the fourth. It was a Monday appointment. He came in, he got his assistant. They sat at the desk and they crunched numbers and moved patients around and crunched this and, oh, I can only do this and this time. And I'm just sitting in the room thinking, you know, he trying to plan out a surgery for 2 weeks or so out. This is a Monday, I say again. When they got done, maybe 10, 15 minutes talking and rearranging stuff on the computer, he looked at me, he said, well, we'll do the surgery Wednesday. I said, huh? Just like that. It had detached, and I assumed it was that bad. He needed to reattach it right away. So went in for a follow-up, came out with paperwork to do surgery. I was like, what? Yeah. So now I'm barely healed in the left eye, but I can see a little better. And now I got to go get surgery barely healed in the left eye, and now I got to go get surgery in the right. I'm like, come on, this is crazy. So I went and got surgery a couple days later, and now I'm going through, still healing in the left, and now I'm trying to heal in the right. What I failed to forget to mention is when I did the left surgery, I had to, I think it was a week, stay like this, because the type of surgery that I had, it required for it to heal properly and to relieve the pressure off the back of the eye. I had to keep my head down for almost a week. So imagine just sitting on a couch with your head down the whole time. So annoying. So I had to do that. But I didn't have to do that with the right, because it wasn't that type of surgery. So I was so blessed for that one. But anyway, so did that surgery. So now I'm still on the blurriness, still recovering, still going through different other injections and other things. A year later, let's say 2021, well, almost 3 years. I'm sorry, 3 years I done been going through this. Wow. Time has flew. I mean, I'm just like a loss for time. But anyway, went through that. Literally, before I did the second surgery, I went and bought a car. Because mind you, I'm a functioning person prior to all of this. And I was driving up into probably 2 or 3 months before I got the surgery. Because I was able. I could see as enough. But when I got in the car one day, I couldn't see. I said, nope, can't drive no more. My car ended up messing up. I went and bought a car with my sight messed up, assuming once I did the surgeries and healed, I was going to be able to see. I had that car from 2020 to the end of 2022. I never drove the car. I sat in the driver's seat. But I never was able to drive the car because I never got my sight back safely enough in my eyes to be able to see. I didn't wear glasses none that time because my eyesight was horrible. It was no kind of fixing. The specialist told me that even if I got glasses, probably in a month or two, I have to get another pair. And I ain't got it like that. I just keep swapping glasses. So I didn't wear glasses all that time. So the beginning of the year, I think it was, I went to a glaucoma specialist because they say with that's something that happens with diabetes and in general. So they started to look upon that too, dealing with the cataracts. So I think it was October-ish, where I was starting to see fizz, like dish soap fizz, like the bubbles that you see in the soap. That's what I was seeing in this eye. And I was like, what the heck? And I thought I was tripping, but I have been seeing all sorts of things that you wouldn't even believe. Like I see flashes, I see different shapes in the eye, I see they call them floaters, but it looks like blood or droplets of blood or something floating in your eye. If you ever painted before, and when you put your dirty brush into a clean cup of water, and you see how it's not colored and it's not white no more, it's like a film or like a block in this of the paint, that's exactly how I was seeing. So I told them, I was like, I keep seeing this fizz and I'm not seeing that well out this eye. So again, they did the examination and said my cataracts is messed up, and the oil that was put in my eye in 2019 is bad. It needs to come out. So now, lo and behold, surgery. So I go in, they take out the cataract, they take out the oil. This is, like I say, October, September-ish last year. I go through the healing process, go to a follow-up. He said that my sight is stable enough. And I asked because I want to drive again. I want to see better again. So I asked him, I say, well, can I do glasses or anything? Because I can't see. It's a blur, da-da-da-da. He said, yeah, you're stable enough. Go ahead and try to get you some glasses. Lo and behold, that's where the new specs come in. Mind you, it's still not 100% like it was before. It's a little sharper view, but it's still the blurriness. So, I don't want to say jokingly, but a few weeks ago, this eye started to blur up. Barely could see anything out of it. You may not be able to tell, but it's kind of like cocked. It's not straight. It looks off to the side, stuff of that nature. I can't control it. So I told them I had my appointment. You know, they do like a 3-month span. It wasn't serious enough that I needed to go in right away, so I waited till my appointment. I went to my appointment April 28th, which was Friday. And I explained what was going on. They did the little tests. They said, oh, yeah, some of your vision has changed in that eye. I said, I know, because I can't see nothing but shadow or, Just it looks like a stained glass window I'm looking through. I know I'm looking at something or someone, but I cannot make it out. So they went through the process, did the little testing. The doctor said, well, looks like you're going to have to do surgery again. So the issue is removing the oil again and doing the removal of the cataract. So May 8th, I'll be going back into surgery. It's just, I don't know what about April and May. Don't like me because they keep putting me in surgery during the months. But, yeah. So that's the story behind the specs. The reason why, you saw me in the beginning when I had none. And now I'm wearing them. And I'm wearing them for comfort. Like I said, I don't see better, but I do see sharper. I can make out things a little better. It's a process. I mean, like I said, it's been over 3 years that I've been treating the eyes. Probably was going through sight loss for years, but didn't notice it or didn't really care or whatever. I don't know what to say. But when I really couldn't see no more and it really became a problem, I started, and that was about 3 years ago. And that's what's been going on with me, with my sight. So that's the story behind the specs. I have to come back and give you guys the story about the loss of the leg. Yeah, that's a story. But yeah, so just reiterating diabetes is serious. And, I'm helping people who may or may not know different things or may not want to research themselves. Because a lot of things, had I known in the beginning or had I known when I first found out that I had diabetes, it would be a whole different ball game. And I probably would have had a better setup as far as my sight and everything else. So I just want to inform you guys on that. So let me know. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what else you want to know or what details would you like to know and things of that nature. Tales from Toya. Out.